You still ain't seen that? Welcome back to Scottish Movies, and it's time for another episode of You Still Ain't Seen That? This is basically where I talk about films I've been watching just recently. And so I'm going to get started with it. So the first film I watched was a film called No Way Up, and this was on, it was either Netflix or Prime, I can't remember. I think it was Prime. So this is basically about a plane crash that crashes into the ocean. And the survivors basically have to negotiate dealing with sharks in the ocean. Now this was a largely unknown cast apart from a guy called Colm Meaney, who I know is in. I know him as a guy out of Con Air. He's been in loads of films though. The Irish guy. None of the others I didn't recognise any of the other actors. And to be fair, the acting in this wasn't great. But it was quite a fun shark film. None of the characters were particularly really likable, but you probably find yourself rooting for the sharks. But it was pretty predictable as well. But it was an hour and a half of fun. I've seen a lot worse shark films, so that's No Way Up. Next up, speaking of shark films, I watched Jaws 2, and that was because I picked up the Jaws 2 4K from Amazon. So I watched this in 4K for the first time, and it's a very good transfer to 4K. It looked great. I've not seen the original Jaws in 4K yet. I need to pick that up. I did plan to pick it up this past weekend, but stupid CX had a reprinted cover on it, so I'm going to have to wait for it to come in CX again and pick it up. I think it was about 12 quid in there, but picked up Jaws 2. It's a great sequel. It's not obviously as good as the original, but it's probably better than most other shark films out there. Probably in the top 5 best shark films of all time, I would say Jaws 2. But the 4K transfer is very good. So that was that. Next up, I watched a movie on Prime called Jackpot, and this starred John Cena and is it Akinfenwa? Is it how you say her name? I know she's done a few voices in movies, and she was in, I think this is a girl out of Shang-Chi and a few other things. But when I've seen everything I've seen her in, I've not minded. This was basically a story a bit similar to the Purge, but basically she wins kind of like the lottery. And problem is, when you win the lottery, you have until sundown to survive, because basically everyone's informed that you won the lottery, and if they kill you, they get the prize money. And the only rule is, I think, that you can't use guns. So anything else is legit. She basically then trying to escape from literally everybody in the world. Apart from John Cena, who she sort of hires as a kind of a protector. So she's trying to survive so she can keep the cash, basically. This was quite an entertaining little film. He's not going to win any awards. He'll probably get slated all over the place. But I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was a laugh. So that's Jackpot. I say that's on Prime. Next up, I watched a movie I have seen before. It's called 1201. Now, I don't know what it was. Something popped in my head, or I've seen something that made me think of this film. And it's been over, probably 20, 25 years since I've seen it. It's from 1993. And it's kind of got a Groundhog Day premise. I think it was made the same year as Groundhog Day. It might even have come out just before Groundhog Day. But it's not really a comedy as such. It stars Jonathan Silverman, who the only film I know him from is Weekend at Bernie's. He's like the other guy in Weekend at Bernie's. It's not Andrew McCarthy. And also Helen Slater, who's Supergirl. And yeah, he basically everyday Joe goes to work and something out basically something happens and he gets sort of electrocuted and he repeats the day. But on the original day, He sees Helen Slater gunned down, and he's kind of then repeating the day and trying to save her and find out what's going on and everything. And yeah, I really enjoyed this film. And I think the DVD of this cost a fortune. I don't think it's got a Blu-ray release anywhere. But I actually watched this on YouTube. Yeah, it's like I say, the film sort of popped in my mind for some reason. Something reminded me of it. And I just sort of tried to look where I could find it. I just randomly searched on YouTube and it was on there. So it was a perfectly watchable picture. So yeah, if you've not seen it, check out 1201. It's a good sort of Groundhog Day style movie. And finally, this week I have watched M. Night Shyamalan's Trap, starring Josh Hartnett, and also starring, I don't know her name, sorry, but it's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter apparently. So Josh Hartnett, as you've seen in the trailers, basically plays a character called Cooper, who is kind of like he's known as the Butcher, which is kind of a big serial killer or something, and everyone sort of knows who he is, or he's well known to the police and everything. But he goes to a concert for this musician called Lady Raven, and who's played by Shyamalan's daughter. Like I say, I apologise, don't know her name. But she wasn't very good acting as well. She was pretty awful, to be fair. But yeah, he goes to this concert for with his daughter, and the whole thing is basically a trap. This place is surrounded by police all over the shop, and they're just trying to basically find him. They don't actually know what he looks like, but obviously they're aware that he's there. They find out he's there, so they're trying to search everyone and everything. Yeah, this film, it's got lots of plot holes. I must admit, there's a lot of plot holes. I'm not going to go into spoilers, but yeah. And there's also probably like about 3 endings to this, where 3 times where I thought this movie was going to end, and it was just, I don't know. Yeah, it did me head in. I wasn't a fan, I must admit. The premise of it initially, the concert and everything, when it first started out, I thought it was pretty good. But then after that, yeah, when we kind of got like I said, there's almost like sort of 2 fake endings and then onto the actual ending. And yeah, I wasn't a fan of this film. Probably give it about 6 out of 10. But just for the acting was very good by Josh Hartnett. And yeah, like I said, the very beginning of it I quite liked, but yeah, overall, yeah, I wasn't a fan of this. I wish I'd waited for it to come on streaming, if I'm honest. But yeah, that was Trap, and yeah, that is the 5 films I've watched in this last week or two. I think it's about last week actually. I'm doing pretty well at the minute for watching movies. Yeah, so yeah, comment down below if you've seen any of these movies. If you've seen Trap, what you thought of it. If you've seen Jackpot, like I say, it's quite a new on Prime. I think it only come out middle of last week. Yeah, and what you think of the Jaws 2 4K if you've got it. And yeah, that's it. So don't forget to like and share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.